Hi there, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. My name's VimPF, and on today's episode we're continuing the August theme of 3-year celebration, and I'm doing yet another kind of audience voted for thing. It's all on Twitter, so if you're interested, go and check me out on Twitter at @NNWhisky. But they suggested that I try the first 3 reviews that I did 3 years ago and just kind of re-review them. This is the second of those 2. First one was a week or so ago. This one is the Glenfiddich 12-year. Now, last time I put a clip up of that previous video. I'm not going to do it this time. I'm going to let you go and enjoy that for yourself if you're interested to see what happened those years ago. Very scared person in front of the camera, very poor camera presence, but people still enjoyed the content anyway. Worth checking out, I would say, worth checking out. So, the Glenfiddich 12-year-old. Now, this is pretty much a staple of every connoisseur. You will have tried this at some point, even if you don't drink it now. I would say it's a good thing to have around in a cabinet. Now, I don't actually have a full bottle of this right now, but I did get a tasting set of this actually for Christmas, I think. So I've been sitting on it for a while now. Seems like a good excuse to try the 12-year again. I've also got the 15 and the 18 in that, but I think I've covered those as well, so I'll re-review those if you're interested in such things. It's around about £30 in the UK. You can get it cheaper. It can be down to like 25 or maybe even less. On the continent, on Europe, it's even cheaper than that because they don't have the same sort of taxes. But it's around about that sort of value. Now, we know it's a 40%er, which some people it's a bit of a alarm bell, but you know, not always, not always. It's an interesting thing, Glenfiddich, because they are kind of pioneers in their game. You know, they've got this kind of triangle bottle, if you can see the shape of it there. Not a typical shaped bottle. They introduced that in the 50s, and they were also the first distillery to have a proper visitor centre, and that was introduced in the 60s. So they're kind of pioneers in that sort of way, excellent marketing, which is why you'll see this kind of style bottle, this triangle bottle, worldwide. Let's get into the actual tasting itself and see if I'm still enjoying this 3 years later, because I did say I really liked this. Let's have a go on the nose. For me, it's surprisingly similar to what I would have got 3 years ago. I did watch that video briefly before I recorded this just to see what tasting notes I pulled out, and they're still kind of the same, you know. Is that them honeys there, the vanillas from the ex-bourbon cask, slight bit of oak to it, but not much at all. Them kind of Speyside apples, that orchardy vibe to it. It's really light and kind of flavorful floral nose. Let's try on the palate. Now on the palate, really is more of the same. Sometimes you get differences between the nose and the palate. This is one of those ones where what you get on the nose is indicative of what you're going to get on the palate. Loads of apples, loads of honey, loads of vanillas. Not as much oak, I would say, on the palate, but it's got this kind of nice light spiciness to it that I really enjoy. And it's one of those things that a lot of people say Glenfiddich 12 is kind of boring, but it knows what it is. It's designed to be a kind of light and easily accessible whiskey, worldwide available, something that I think everybody should try at least once. Definitely get a bottle of it, and it's nice to have around, like I said at the start of the video. It's nice to have around to try every now and again, reset the palate, bring yourself back down to those kind of starting vibes before you move on to other things. It's not going to set the world on fire for sure, even though it basically has, but worthwhile trying, worthwhile having.